And welcome back to the Sneaky Ladder Streaky.
Ahoy there, it'd be me, sneakyteak.
Ooh, okay, that's a good pirate voice. Have you played a pirate character in a tabletop role-playing game?
Did you play Sea of Thieves when it was really popular?
No, I didn't. No, that wasn't my thing.
Not your thing? Not sandbox games? Dang, I really liked it. I really liked it.
That's
fair.
I did listen to a large amount of the coverage of that game when it was being released.
Okay.
Your opinion appears to be unique.
Yeah, that's fair. Hey, by the way, I think there might be a reason to use backstab minus and a fire pot in this fight.
Ooh. Really?
Before we get too deep into the out of fight. Yeah, just because I'm not worried about taking damage. I'm worried about saving our money. It's going to be really important to maximize removals and card manipulation gain.
Mm-hmm.
And all of our damage is in hand number 1, and we're not lining up grand finale.
These are all 9 damage.
Do we have it? Do we have the double lethal? If we have the confident double lethal in 3 turns, then let's save the fire pot for slavers. But I just wanted to throw it out before we played the hand.
That's where I'm generally thinking. I'm just like, this is 26, 30 with an addition, 34 is 2 overlap there, and then we get 8 damage on the back line.
Okay, I trust.
Yeah.
That was one of those moments where it wasn't something that I felt strong about, but it was just a quick intuition that I had where I have definitely had fights in the past where I was playing them quickly, because I had tunnel vision on the strategy that I was supposed to use, and it ended up biting me in some way, right? And that could be one of them. But it looks like we're gold.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're solid gold. Can we survivor cloak in? Oh, we're there. We're there. Nice. Yeah. 0 damage. 0 need to use a fire pot. Wow. Strike dummy pretty good, huh? Oh.
Strike dummy's pretty dang good.
Okay, so let me talk to you. Do you mind if I give a brief
Please
101 into grand finale? Okay. In the absence of well-laid plans or runic pyramid, setting up grand finale is really, really hard and inconsistent because you can't put it in the right place in your deck. But you do have to do some basic math to see what your kind of draws will be. With Silent, our opening hand right now is still 7 cards. So we're left with 11 cards in the draw on 18. If we add 1 card, we're left with 12 cards in the draw, which means that right now, actually, the second backflip makes us more consistent at getting to exactly 0 cards left in draw because we're likely to find one of the 2 backflips each time. That being said, we are also very unlikely to actually line up grand finale right now because we do not have card hold. And so I would lean towards taking the acro because it will be more useful in the long run. Having a variety of different draw amounts is really important to being able to draw fix.
That's something I was going to stress if you didn't, in particular, having different amounts on the draw cards, draw 2, draw 3, also like
even draw
odd
1s.
And even. Yes.
Yeah. Draw 1s, a lot of people are like, why does draw 1 make any sense? Because you're adding 1 card and it's drawing 1 card, so don't you come out neutral? And that's actually a good intuition, but what it misses is that the power is not playing the draw 1 card. You can decide based on what you've seen whether you do or do not play it.
Just gonna put everyone on the ground.
Wow.
That's so good when you have the Philosopher's Stone as well.
Yeah, that was about to be a pretty deadly turn for us, so.
Okay, 11.
I love how unceremoniously you discarded my child there.
It's gonna be the fire breathing of this run.
It will not be. I can guarantee that. We're gonna land it a few times. Fire breathing was only exhaust fuel.
I mean, we'll see. We'll see. I'm still like I'm trying to get there, but I'm still not sold on it yet.
It's okay. This wasn't the best grand finale either. And if we were on a higher ascension, we would have had to take Wraith form. But even at a higher ascension, and you can't well, what do you want? Do you want to take the catalyst early? Do you want to take escape plan?
I'm wondering whether or not it's too late to take catalyst. I'm looking at the frozen egg and thinking it's a little easier to take a catalyst now, but also
it's never too late.
Like a noxious fumes is very slow against the heart.
Yeah, but I like this escape plan a lot. But we've got 2 choices here. We take the escape plan, it's immediately useful, it's block. We've got plenty of damage between our front load and our strike dummy, and it helps us draw fix. Or we take catalyst as a backdoor if we need to generate lots and lots of damage. And grand finale is rarely the way you kill the heart. It's just really efficient damage up into that point, and it'll be a couple hundred damage against the heart, but catalyst is still solid. We're not lining up grand finale anytime soon. So
whoa, hang on. Did I actually even ask what path we should? Did I just like immediately?
But that's okay.
Whoops.
No, I like it. I like Cavalier play. I want you to make a lot of decisions because then I also get a chance to play along with them. That's fun for me.
God, I was just wondering what my own reasoning for going this path was.
You just kind of clicked it. You were like, I don't know, but trust your gut. What is your plan?
I do like the catalyst.
Okay, take it. Yeah.
I think it gives us like an
same
end
thing
game
that we
plan.
want to do.
Oh, you don't take the ritual dagger?
I don't know. What's ahead?
Shop in 2 spaces.
I'm not gonna lie, that's 99 gold. We take one more fight, and we have enough to buy like a rare relic and a removal. It's really good.
The removals are cheaper for us already. We might, after the next combat, have the ability to do that already.
Rare relic starts at 300, right?
Oh,
300
right,
when
yes,
you hit range.
You're right, 300.
Yeah. And so I think the money on average that you get from a hallway fight is 15 gold, between 10 and 20. Interesting.
I like the ritual dagger so much, and it's very early.
It's funny to me that you like ritual dagger a ton, but that you don't like other. It's interesting. It's good, and it's good front-loaded damage. But we have it in the deck if we can set it up.
I like the question mark over the enemy here.
Sure. Yeah, especially after taking the money.
Yes.
We can do it.
Big fan, big fan. I like unless this event will kill me, I will do it almost every single time because again, like as much as I like front-loaded damage, I also like every turn 1 effect is a huge impact for me because you always see turn 1 in every fight. You don't see turn 10 in every fight.
Oh, music to my ears. That turn 1's the most important turn. You see it in every fight.
Oh, hang on.
Were we ever supposed to kill bear? But I think we're okay.
Not just bear, but also leaving that target possibly
the dagger spray.
Dagger spray.
Yeah. It's okay, we have Wraith form.
So I will admit, there is a part of me now that is just like commentating with you and then just auto-playing the game, and the auto-plays are not going to be as good as my considered ones.
It's okay. Both of us have to reserve some percentage of our brain to try to bail out if the spidey senses go off, right? Ooh, do we have it? 4, 5. What's in the draw? Are both of our backflips in the draw?
No, we only have one backflip.
Dang it. I was like, I'm always going to be looking for it before this early. It's just,
please do.
Man.
Okay. Like
at this level, you only lose 2 dexterity against bear. That's really nice.
Yeah.
That is generous.
It's not that bad. Very, very eminently survivable. Oh, well, there's a Wraith form.
I love that. There's that escape plan. Oh my gosh. Wait. Backflip. You should play backflip.
All right.
And then flip a coin. We've got a 50-50 shot of landing it for the first time.
Do we?
Yeah.
Draw a hand of 5. Acrobatics draws 3.
No, we don't. We just draw 2 hands of 5. We need a second hand of 5 to have the card in it. Oh, we did it! We've landed our first grand finale. This is so important to me. It's not even doing anything, really.
It looks pretty.
But it did set up our happy flower, so it was optimal play anyway.
I like a piercing whale, but we do have to consider the size of the deck again.
It's okay. We have 4 energy. We're not setting up the thing very consistently. Right now, we consider it an investment, and we continue to take really solid cards. My only concern is this deck is actually really good at block, and we might be getting towards a position where it's like we need to make sure we can do enough damage.
My concern is the path that I intend on going is here.
Yeah.
Hits 3 elites. It's really good against all of the elites in this act.
You must. Honestly, I pretty much never skip a piercing whale, no matter what my deck looks like. It's one of the best block cards in the game.
And it's great against the heart.
Yeah. Ooh. Oh, I love this store. There's so many cool things you can do in this store.
All right, hang on. How about both of us take 10 seconds here?
Okay.
Come up with the play that instantaneously speaks to you, and then we'll pitch it to one another.
Okay.
So I'm gonna have to do a couple calculations, but all right, I've already found mine.
Yep, me too.
Okay, I'll start. After image, backflip, and sling of courage. I know we're already well defended, but we have the catalyst as a setup for when we are going to turn this into a poison build, and it's not got any of those cards yet. And as soon as we start taking those are going to weight the deck out in the other direction.
Yep. That's my pick too.
Oh, hell yes.
After image backflip, Sling of Courage removal.
Ooh,
We can still get a
we
removal.
actually have enough. Yeah, okay, cool.
Mm-hmm.
And this would be cut a basic defend.
I think so too. Yeah. With the after image and the wraith form and the piercing, we know we're good at block. But we're not scaling dexterity, so the defends aren't getting better as they sometimes do for silent.
Opening
look at
turn
that power.
is so good.
So I slept on Sling of Courage for a long, long time. I slept on this relic. And what I'm finding more and more is that for every class, Sling of Courage is frequently a preserved insect. And so it's kind of wild that I slept on it for so long. It's just really solid damage. And sure, you'll have those runs to where you're like, none of my damage is attacks, but that's pretty rare. Oh, nice setup.
Yeah, I mean...
It's great. It's 0 cost until we play it. It's great.
I'm into it.
Yeah.
I'm also not necessarily... Hang on, like I'm looking at our damage output. I'm not necessarily against playing it.
Yeah, me neither. It would, like, we'll close out. No problem.
Find us.
Our strikes are doing 11. That's wild.
Yeah, I kind of want to get the event for the upgrade all strikes and defends and get them
Elegance
even better.
and simplicity. Yeah. Yeah.
It's wild to me that you know the names of those events.
It's only because I've seen them so many times, and occasionally I really like game lore and I like game text. Like somebody sat down and wrote a novel worth of words to put into these games that we play, right? I had a stream one time. I was playing Morrowind on stream, and I spent a solid 2 hours just reading notes from one of the in-game characters. Oh, it's there. Get it. Take it. Click it. Don't think about the poison.
I know it's breaking my heart, but we got it.
We got the thing. Oh my God, that's really exciting. It's upgraded. That's crazy.
It is. God, it's. I'm looking at all of these cards, and I've got like a couple thoughts. One of them is distraction, so we can just play it without regret.
I think that's hilarious, and I love it. The other thing, though, what about upgrading? Normally, I don't think you need to upgrade Piercing Whale, but we're specifically using it to block Tri-Slavers, where that upgrade is actually relevant.
I agree with
Piercing
that
Whale
as well.
upgrade's good, too.
Who's our boss? Is Champ. Champ does have a double attack, just the execute turn, though. But
in execute turn, Piercing Whale is frequently even more useful because you're frequently vulnerable. And so minus strength is 1.5x effect.
I like it. I'm on board.
It's kind of weird. It's like Piercing Whale is one of the best block cards in the game. And it's also a card that I very rarely upgrade. It just doesn't feel like it needs it. But every once in a while, it's right.
Yeah, it's definitely low on my priority list.
Right.
Just, why can't we get this in the hard fight?
Oh, man. Can we set up our grand finale? It was behind us, right?
It's ahead of us. We've got a 4-draw segment, and we've got a 3-draw here.
Okay, we're slightly off, unfortunately. We're slightly off, but it's probably worth playing Acro, right? With After Image in play, we may just end up blocking this.
God, if only.
Oh, man. It's so close. To grand finale. Nightmare grand finale is like my dream.
Oh,
man.
Should we get 3 more copies in the deck just to see if we can get it off?
That's hilarious. I like that. That is so bold. That's like, when you make this play, you're saying, I'm not scared of you at all. You basically just totally dissed this enemy.
This is definitely a flex.
Yeah.
Now I'm just gonna well-laid plans, hold a couple of these. You best be ready. In 14 turns time, I'm gonna kill you.
Hold that backflip, I think, and a grand finale.
Okay.
Hold a backflip and a grand finale. That's our best chance.
This next cycle is 19. Okay. So
which actually means double backflip lines us up.
Mm-hmm.
So that's golden. These enemies sure are attacking. Good thing our strikes do 9.
Rude of them to attack. They know that, you know, we're waiting for something.
Yeah. They shouldn't be doing this.
You've got more than 50 health. You can take 2 grand finales.
I hope we draw backflip. You believe. You fully believe.
It's happening.
It happened. You knew. You felt the power of the grand finale.
It had to happen. If it was ever going to happen, it was going to happen now.
Now, do you think it's divine coincidence that we're doing this often, or is perhaps this the power of the silent? Look, let me make one meta point, okay?
Let's see.
Let me make one meta point, just because this is the thing. This is, if there's anything that I want people to take home about grand finale. Ooh, I like it.
It's so variable. You just play out cards in hand or don't, and then use a calculated gamble, especially because the grand finale costs 0.
It lets you draw exactly the number of cards you want to draw. It has kind of anti-synergy with well-laid plans, but it ends up paying for itself in first draw consistency, I think.
Sorry, what was the meta comment?
Yeah, so I'll try to make it concise, but the biggest thing that I want to impress on people is, for all that it seems silly with the grand finale, and there are real reasons why the card is an important part of the silent kit, the biggest thing to take home is grand finale encourages you to build a deck which is good anyway. Because grand finale forces you to build a deck which has a lot of card manipulation and consistency and draw. And silent benefits from those things anyway. So even if you're not landing the grand finale all the time, just being able to find your Wraith form earlier, being able to set up that key weakness, those are things that you'll benefit from throughout the run. And when you do land a free 50 damage AoE attack and the Sakura blossoms flutter down on the screen, the sense of ego that you get is so extreme that it will make up for all of the misplays that got you there.
It's the highest high in gaming.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say I hate snack oil. I don't like
Really?
it. I really don't like it.
It's so much better now. It used to just give you confusion, and now it draws 5 cards, which is actually really relevant.
I just don't understand. So for the first rate, like, I definitely anchored a little to my hatred of it when it initially came out. Because confusion without the extra true draw of the Snecko is basically you draft, if you want to use that well, you need to draft a deck that will die because it doesn't have the Snecko.
That's funny.
But okay, so like for closing out fights, for what?
What I usually do this for, so Slay the Spire is very much a game to where one bad draw can cost you 30 or 40 life, right? And what Snecko Oil says is get another chance to draw your Wraith form, and on average play it for cheaper too. Or get another chance to draw that one attack card that you need to close the fight. And so in practice, lots of times the cost of those cards doesn't matter that much because there's a specific card that you're getting that's bailing you out. I think Snecko Oil is usually worth at least 15 or 20 life, which is about what a speed potion is worth without something like orange pellets or an artifact. And we have Wraith form in this deck, so I don't know. Try it. Give it a shot.
I'll try it. I'll give it a shot. Now,
yeah.
So this is another thing. It's weird. I'm 2,000 hours in. The different chests. This is just a common relic, right? Always.
I think the common is common and uncommon, and I want to say the split is like 80% common, 20% uncommon, or something like that. But you can get a common and uncommon. No rare from a common chest. Yep. Nice.
I think I think this might be the key.
Okay. This is our first source of sustain, but we also don't think we take damage?
I mean, that's a huge part of it, is that the deck is extremely defensive at the moment.
Yeah, and we do have After Image. I'm okay with it. I think were it me at the helm, I would take it just because having a source of sustain is usually useful. But I think it's reasonable. We're so good at blocking, and then this means that we get a chance to take whatever we see in the next act.
Huh.
Ooh. Wow.
I really want the dagger spray, but that precludes the ability to play the After Image.
But maybe it's correct. Is this ever Wraith form dagger spray? That's a really solid opener, and specifically this fight.
Looking at the rest of the deck and the fact that it's not aggressive, is it ever After Image everything else other than Wraith form?
Well, and there's one more play, and we can finally test it, which is After Image, all of the 0 costs, the 1 cost dagger spray, and then Snecko Oil. Could save us a fire pot.
All right. I'm into that. Maybe this is where I turn the corner on Snecko Oil. So
maybe.
18, 17, 35. So we only float 2 damage on killing the slaver. The calculations on these killing enemies for a perfect amount is annoying.
It's so fun though to watch people do it because everybody mouths their math slightly differently. And you get to see the like writing on the chalkboard come out in that moment.
We'll do the Snack Oil, but also just playing those two out is full defense already.
Yeah, that's true. Wow, that's true. That's funny.
Get him, Snecko.
Go get him. This what does the acro do for us? Does it do anything?
Grand Finale is still in the deck, and we have 2 backflips. So if anything, it does nothing.
Yeah, it does. It sets us up.
Unless we see
and it gets
both.
us closer to well laid. And that would be a huge draw, actually. Acro into well laid lets us hold a 1-cost Wraith form, and then we certainly will not take damage. No dice. So are we, or are we not playing it then? Is I guess the question.
I am. So what? 9 cards, backflips there. I'm honestly thinking about playing the backflip, and then
just now. Okay.
Playing the gamble.
Okay, I like it. I like it. And there's a literal calculated gamble as well. So theoretically, we won't have enough energy. I was gonna say we might be able to play it this turn.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Okay, we're fine.
Cool. Ooh. And if we see backflip, we're there. Wait. Dang it.
Dang it.
Backflip. What if it was? Okay. Are we ever calculating the whole thing? Entangle is such a bummer.
Calc the whole thing is my play.
Okay.
And then failing the ability to kill Firepot.
Sure. I think we're pretty safe from here. Nice.
Backflip, hang on. There's the Wraith. Yeah, fine. Fine, sure. We'll finally play.
Might as well.
No great reason not to.
How do you feel about 1,000 cuts?
How do I feel about which?
1,000 cuts. The card.
Ooh, okay. So back when I was being much more consistent with, like, specifically, like, not consistent in terms of winning, but like I would build a deck from Tabula Rasa with an idea in mind. 1,000 cuts was like a synergy piece for a deck that has a ridiculous amount of draw and 0 costs or shivs.
Yeah.
I don't hate it, but when I started to take the what's the all-out attack as well as dagger spray earlier on, just in case I ran up to 4 gremlins on the first floor or something like that.
Sure.
Then I started to value it significantly less.
Right. Interesting. I don't even really feel the need to give my own thoughts. I just wanted to hear yours.
Sure.
I think the card's good, but so do you.
Escape plan for the single draw?
I like it. I like the 1 escape plan. Sure. This deck is so cheesy. We still have to beat the champ for what it's worth. That's a thing we still have to learn how to do.
I was really hoping that we would have found something to go with the catalyst
I know.
At this point.
Can you believe that the only poison cards that we found so far were alongside the Well-Laid Plans Plus? That's the only poison card we've seen. Oh, there's a poison strike at some point.
Yeah, but I don't consider that a poison card.
It can be a thing, but yeah, it's not. It is no Bouncing Flask, Deadly Poison, Crippling Cloud, Noxious Fumes. Yeah, agreed.
Do you ever take this event?
The trouble is, so much of my practice is Ascension 20, where it's 100% Writhe, and my opinion is that Writhe is the most difficult of the curses to play around. And sure, people will say, oh, but what about Normality, Teak? And Normality wrecks some builds. But Writhe is turn 1, which you recently said was the most important turn in the game. So I skip here.
Lucky. Got it.
Oh, wow. Wow, we're really good at elites.
We're just lucky as hell.
God. That was so bold. You're feeling bold tonight.
I am a little. I also
today, I guess.
I don't necessarily always want to just make the Teak approved decision, and for me that's I like that event a lot more than I should, despite exactly as you said. not necessarily gelling with the way that I typically value these things.
I'm not even mad. I'm really not. And actually, I love making the decision that you don't normally make too. Sometimes I'm surprised you didn't well aid, but I guess it's a full block.
Yeah.
But I would well aid because I just really want.
I do like the well aid there. It's just I don't want to take the 3 damage at all.
Yeah.
And I feel like we've got, especially with the extra 2 damage as well as the strike dummy, we've got the kills. So.
Yeah. Agreed. We're there, no problem. But yeah, I think there's a lot of value in doing things that you wouldn't usually do in this game. It's like you'll expand your horizons so much. And so every once in a while I take an event like that and I just kind of see how it turns out.
Yep.
Right? It's just harsh. And it's another thing in the way of setting up for this deck, right? Wow, that pen nib is really good. I love Terror here. I really do. That's the best we've got for scaling. Terror pen nib with our setup, we actually can kill champ, I think. I think we actually can kill champ now.
Yep. It's looking good. This might be actually one of the rare kill the shelled parasite firsts.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Are we like there now?
I am almost entirely certain that we are not. But we are getting close.
Wow. That's a lot.
Never mind, we are.
We're there. That's a turn 1 kill. That's how much damage? Like 85?
Yep.
Wow.
Let's
this is cool.
And wait for, there we go, Penib at 9. Ooh, Cunning. Okay, hang on.
Yeah.
Cunning might be a really good pick for setting up the Penib for a grand finale double damage on the lethal.
It totally is. I would. Yeah, we probably can drop that now, can't we? Because there's a chance we're holding liquid bronze for real damage against the heart. Ooh. The prepared unupgraded.
How much upgrade debt do we really have? Because I think we're beyond the point of caring about upgrading the cloak and daggers much.
Yeah, it's true. Oh, actually, no, that's not true because we have a pen nib. So there may be more relevant upgrades now than there used to be. I'm taking Quick Slash here, I think.
Ooh.
Because of pen nib. Because right now, with no discard synergy and with a calculated gamble that actually wants things in the hand, that the discard from prepared is relevant. The opposite circumstance is we have like an expertise in the deck, and then all of a sudden you really like the unupgraded prepared because it can help you make a small hand to draw off of as well.
Do you like
and I like expertise too.
Yeah.
Ooh, I like another acro here a lot.
Yeah.
We're getting very consistent. Especially with the well-laid plans. We're getting really close, Raps. We're really close.
The build is almost here. I will admit, I'm looking at that catalyst constantly with tears in my eyes. I can hardly read the words on it.
But it was an investment pick, and you know what? It's okay. Some cards are fire-breathing, Rhapsody, and, Catalyst may be.
But it should have been Grand Finale!
No, we should upgrade the Grand Finale. We're going to carry this card straight through the fire and flames.
I'm into it. Cue the turn for the pen nib, but other than that, kind of an autoplay. Some of the bosses here are just going to be autoplays for us.
Yep. This one is not fully autoplay because we do have to be careful around split. Like, we don't have a lot of health. We don't have a good way to scale our block, but we do have Wraith Form. So I think a combination of Wraith Form and a really strong split turn means we've got this fight. Okay.
Should we constantly keep Wraith Form in hand?
Maybe, because we might be close to setting up.
Yeah, we can set up.
Another acro, another backflip. Are you quick slashing on this turn? If you quick slash, you can bullet time and play out all the defensive cards, and that's actually pretty good.
So drop the dagger spray then? Keep the Wraith Form?
Yeah, I like that.
Okay.
That means we don't have Piercing Wail for post, but we've got Wraith Form for post, and I think that's really good. Yeah, that was like really solid. I would play it.
Yeah.
I think there was a time when we were quite certain that we were going to need that to block execute, and I don't think that we're in that timeline anymore.
Okay,
nice.
I like it.
There's the setup.
Yeah, just
good point. Can we? We don't quite have enough attacks, do we? 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll be at 8. We're just barely off. Makes me miss that dagger spray. Perhaps that was math that we could have done.
Oops.
But it's okay. Even just playing it will be good.
So we gonna... what, try and fish for it this turn. There is 5 more draw left in the deck.
That's not a bad idea. And then we're just doing 90 damage, and we're not quite at split.
Just immediately draw the 5.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Now, but are we weakened? If we're not weakened, this grand finale is 90 damage, and it puts them at 214, which is 4 away from phase shift, which means no neutralize, probably, because we probably don't want to phase shift right away.
Okay, I agree with that.
I think that's okay, though, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, the survivor should be enough. Well, hang on.
I like it. I like this. And then, heck, yeah, escape, absolutely. And that means we have less cards to redraw.
It's a good setup there. Ooh. Do we keep the neutralize or the calculated gamble to have a more consistent next grand finale?
I like neutralize because it helps us set up pen nib, and we will definitely wraithform the execute. Like that is certain. All right. Can we afford to backflip to do this faster? Because there's an acro, 2 acros, right?
I mean, we have to.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we're doing nothing this turn.
Right. Agreed. Oh yeah. Okay, so we phase shift this turn, and we set up pen nib and grand finale for next turn. Hopefully, is the plan.
Phase shift this turn, sorry?
Sorry, I call it phase shift.
Right, split. Yeah, sorry. Yeah. I heard you call it split earlier, and I was like, which card of these is called phase shift?
You know, we call it split, even though the only enemy who actually splits is the slime. But I just say that for all the bosses. I'm trying to get better about using phase shift, but then it's inconsistent, right?
And were you saying hold the neutralize for after the purge?
I like playing the neutralize now, because we're going to wraithform anyway, and it makes it even easier to set up grand finale with pen nib next turn.
Okay.
And then we've got pen nibbed, vulnerable grand finale, and surely this is enough to prove that the card is good. Backflip quick slash does it. Backflip quick slash grand finale. Ayo! Lethal. Surely we'll wraithform to survive.
He doesn't even. Oh yeah, sorry. You're right.
Surely, otherwise we will be at risk. Thank you.
He doesn't even get to phase shift.
Wow.
Oh.
Ooh.
Is it?
Wait. Yeah, I like it.
I mean, we have we have a couple multi-attacks. We have obviously the cloak and daggers. We want the upgrades for the pen nib, so.
It's a solid bottle target too, with so many free attacks in the opening hand. Getting some poison online is relevant. As strong as grand finale is, it's pretty rare to do 800 damage with it against the heart. That's a hard ask. So it's that's not the fight that it's for most of the time.
I'm passing the Essence of Steel, right?
I'm good with it.
Cool.
There it is. There's the pyramid. Click it. We have become legend.
Well, here I thought we were going to have a spirited debate over which we were going to be taking in the final boss chest, but no, we opened it and we had the card. Well,
so good.
For the moment, we're going to speculate about how that's going to go in the next floor, which is going to be in the next video. Again, links are in the description down below so that you can navigate. Hopefully we'll see you then.
Cheers.